Yellow, let's check in with Pat and the Cascar timeout.
In the Cascar Super Series, there's more to winning a championship than simply crossing the finish line first. As a matter of fact, last year's Cascar National and Eastern champion, number 7, Sean Dupuis, won only 2 races, but he was very consistent, running in the top 5 at almost every event, and when he did. Not only did Sean Dupuis take the lion's share of the some $130,000 points fund, but he also won one of these beautiful $40,000 Dodge Ram Diesel Club Cab dualies, part of the Mopar Parts Chrysler Canada National Awards package. For 1996, Mopar, along with Castrol, STP, General Motors, and other Super Series sponsors, have posted almost $1 million in awards, the richest payout in Cascar history. Many are predicting an extremely close points battle for the championship, and the driver who can discover the keys to winning will receive this key to a brand new Dodge Ram dually.
And we'll be back with the restart at Delaware after this.
An ordinary hamburger and your banquet burger deluxe. Either is good depending on what you want, which brings us to Midas Mufflers. At Midas, they have top quality Midas mufflers guaranteed for as long as you own your car. Or they have the Economizer at a very reasonable price and guaranteed for 1 full year. The point is, you get some choice in the menu, which is important. I like choice. I have one to make right now. I've made it. It's the way it should be. Midas.
There's one name these drivers turn to for the quality parts that give their vehicles the edge they need to perform and win. The same name you should turn to for the only parts guaranteed to perform in your Chrysler vehicle. Authentic Mopar parts, available from your Chrysler Canada dealer. Get real. Get Mopar.
Just how long does a car battery last? About this much time is put into most batteries. But AC Delco puts in more time, so our batteries last over 20% longer. Well, now there's the new Delco Freedom 84, our longest lasting battery ever. We put in 7 years of guaranteed starts, making it the granddaddy of all batteries.
Hey, my watch!
An athlete's dream begins on the playing field. First you learn, then comes the practice, the game. You become the hero of your street, your town, your country. The dreams of representing one's country at the greatest gathering of athletes becomes reality for some of Canada's finest young soccer stars. CONCACAF Olympic Qualifying Soccer, here on TSN.
Welcome back to the Mopar 200 and the Cascar Super Series for the Castrol Cup. I'm Craig Hill along with Pat Gonzalez and Todd Lewis, and we have another restart, Pat.
And as we go back to green, Paul Mather's number 10 has fallen behind the 7 car there of Sean Dupuis. That means momentarily Dupuis has moved back onto the lead lap. He's been struggling all day to get back on that lead lap as we go side by side for the lead. Going inside of Mathers was the 02 Quality Care Ford of Kerry Mix as he goes to the front for the first time here this afternoon. Kerry Mix, 02, leading the 10 car of Paul Mathers. Oh, as they battle down the back straightaway, Mathers getting a little bit sideways. He'll look on the inside of Mix. And all the time, they continue to run just in back of number 7, Sean Dupuis, who may be getting in the way of this lead battle. Back into turn number 1. It is Mix in that 02 Ford leading the number 10 car of Mathers.
And there's the Mopar 200 standings with Mix grabbing the lead from Mathers. He's followed by Kennington, Fair, and Monahan. Then in 6th, it's Alex Nagy with Neely, Shirtliff, and John Gaunt. Now, John's moved up to 9th along with McGlynn, and Gaunt is running his own team this year with some help from brother Marty, who many of you Cascar fans will remember as Peter Gibbons' crew chief. Gibbons is currently putting together a program, and he's racing in the Busch Series in the U.S. this year.
Well, here's DJ Kennington, who continues to run in that 3rd place position, but he's got his hands full with number 27, Junior Regan, as he tries to get up front there and run with the likes of Mix and Mathers. and 27, Junior Regan. It's been a disappointing afternoon for him and Peter Shatanis as we look at this battle for the lead between 02 Kerry Mix and number 10 Mathers. Are side by side off of turn 4. Oh, Mathers right into the side of Mix as the two drivers touch coming on to the start-finish straight, and Mathers will take the lead going into turn 1. Number 7, Sean Dupuis, will jump right into the middle of that lead battle as he tries to somehow get back his lap, but it is Mathers, your leader, Dupuis running a lap down. Then it is 02 Kerry Mix in second, and now DJ Kennington right behind Kerry Mix as they hit the stripe. Kennington turning in a superb drive here in that third place position. 55, Neil Fair in the Midas Monte Carlo runs in the fourth place spot. So this is shaping up to be a war for the second place position as Mathers continues to sprint away out front in that white Ford Thunderbird. He has been so quick here all afternoon at Delaware. Back to the stripe, Mix, Kennington, and then it is the veteran Neil Fair, number 55, followed by Alex Nagy Jr., number 93, who's having a pretty good run here as well. You go on board with DJ Kennington as, again, they're having problems here with that number 7 car of Sean Dupuis. Remember, Dupuis is somehow trying to get back on that lead lap and hope for the caution flag, but he is sitting right in the middle of this battle going on between Mix and number 17, DJ Kennington of that Castrol Dodge Avenger. Now here comes Neil Fair on the inside of Kennington. He will take over the third place spot with a nice pass up into the third place position.
Well, there's all sorts of racing going on here today, Pat. There's a big race between Monahan and Nagy for fifth spot just behind these two.
And look at this battle between DJ Kennington and Neil Fair, and Fair will squeeze through on the inside to grab that third place position as they both go around the 7 car of Sean Dupuis. So Neil Fair, who has been steadily working his way to the front, comes off turn 4 with the third place position in hand. 17, DJ Kennington running back and forth. Jack Monahan in the 03 Chrysler 5-star service Dodge Avenger runs in the 5th place position. There is the 23 car of Jesse Kennedy and number 16. It looks like this may be it for Al Turner as he brings the Monte Carlo into the pits. Some other good racing further back. The battle between Rob Neely, number 97, and the 3 car of Dan Shurtleff. That should be the race for the 8th place position as those two drivers try to move on up. Neely has been plagued by that first lap spin in turn 1. Then the flat left front tire. Shurtleff has made his mandatory stop, and he continues to charge up. Here's the 06 of John Gaunt. He is on pit road, and looks like they've got a problem with that car after Goff had worked his way up into the top 10, but problems now for John Gaunt. It'll be a lengthy pit stop, Craig, and I think they had a bit of a problem with that servicing of the car.
Well, it looks like John wanted to get going a bit early there, and there's number 27, Junior Regan. He's had nothing but problems since the start. Here's Todd with crew chief Peter Shatanis.
Peter, tell us what's been happening with Junior in the car.
We got a black flag because we thought we had an oil leak, but I understand it was for another reason. So we didn't come in to take the black flag. We went to the trailer to fix the oil leak, come back out, got another black flag, and a big confusion, and that's why we're down so far.
Well, the team's been struggling with that car all weekend long. They finally decided to go back to last year's setting as we look at the leader, number 10, Paul Mathers, getting around 31, Kelly Williams, and she will go yet another lap down. Kelly running about 15 laps down at the moment. There's 75, Mike Herniak. He has also been plagued by problems with the STP Pontiac.
Well, as a matter of fact, Pat, we're showing only 11 cars on the lead lap right now.
And the driver at the head of that group of 11 is number 10, Paul Mathers in the Ford Thunderbird.
Well, here we've got a Cascar update at the first race of the Western Cascar Series that was completed today. It's Steve Jefferson, the winner. Al Grandy from Prince George was second, and Kevin Hampton third. And you know, it's interesting to note that the guy that won most of the Western events in '95, Wade Lee, he could only salvage ninth. That event was rained out yesterday and was run today in Prince George, BC, Pat.
The battle for second, back to the line, 02, Kerry Mix leading. Here's 55, Neil Fair up on the outside, and Fair will take over that second place position. Now here's DJ Kennington. He is all over Kerry Mix. for the third place position, and he'll go around on the outside as Kennington moves up into that third place position. The driver's off of turn 4. It is Mathers leading, 55 Fair in second. Third is DJ Kennington, and here's the battle for fourth now as 03 Speedy Jack Monahan will take over that fourth place position.
Well, Kerry desperately needs a yellow right now. It looks like he's in big trouble.
There's the running order. Mathers, Fair, Kennington, Monahan, Nagy, Mix all the way to 6th. Shirtlift, Neely, McGlynn, and Ron Beauchamp in the Dodge Avenger sitting back in that 10th place position. They just continue to shuffle the running order, but Mathers has been the dominant driver so far here this afternoon. And oh, there's the 16 car again. More problems for Al Turner. That Monte Carlo is really smoking, and it looks like he is going to head for pit road as Al Turner's been battling problems with that car all afternoon. And there's another driver with problems, the number 6 car of Don Malat. They've got the hood up on the car, and this may be it for the driver of car number 6. There's Al Turner. Yes, it looks as though they're going to close the office for the afternoon. The Barrie, Ontario driver is out of the car, and they'll have to park it. Your race leader, number 10, Paul Mathers, will move around the 06 of John Gunn as he will put him a lap down, and Mathers continues to run up at the front. He continues to lap this Delaware Speedway banked oval in near track record time as he comes off at turn number 4. They've really had that car hooked up.
Well, look at the lead he's got over Neil Fair at the moment, Pat. And you know, he's been able to handle the lap traffic better than anybody else. He seems to be able to get out in front of him and pick up that lead again and run away at will.
While Mathers does continue to run away up front, here's DJ Kennington in that Castrol Dodge Avenger running for the moment at least all by himself in the third place position as he moves around some of the lap cars. And there is a problem with 27 Junior Regan.
Well, let's check that out again with the Mopar replay, Pat. And Junior just flat loses it in corner 2, and that's a pretty good ride. I think it's the third time that he's done a 360 today.
While we stay green here at Delaware Speedway as number 02, Kerry Mix, is in the pits just behind him. Junior Regan, he has brought the Dodge Avenger onto pit road as well. Now the Mix crew having problems getting the jack onto the right side of the car. It looks like they'll go to the right rear and put a new McCreary tire on that car. There you can see some of the rubber sprayed on the right quarter panel as they get that tire buttoned down, and away goes Mix. But having made that pit stop under green, I think he'll lose a lap as there. Yes, Mathers goes by, so Mix now will go a lap down. The 17 car of DJ Kennington also coming on to pit road under green, and he also has a problem with the right rear tire. So the hard racing and the tough pace out here at Delaware, Craig, there's another one of our top runners running into problems here with the tires.
Well, what a tough break for young Kennington, Pat. He was running real good, but his crew seemed to know about it because they're ready to look after him, and that's going to put him down a lap for sure.
Well, tough break for Kennington, who had turned in a brilliant drive, still trying to get that wheel on, and he'll definitely lose that lap. There's your race leader, number 10, Paul Mathers into 4. Oh, we've got a problem off of turn 2. Number 97, Rob Neely involved, also the 93 of Alex Nagy.
Well, Nagy looks like he spins on his own, and then our wall cam shows that number 8, McGlynn, nudges 97, Neely. So with that, we're going to take a break. And you're watching the Cascar Super Series for the Castrol Cup from Delaware.
Dale Earnhardt is the NASCAR Winston Cup champion for the 7th time. It takes a team of professionals, fast and reliable, to keep Dale winning. That's why you should take your car to Goodwrench Service Plus. GM technicians, the people who know your GM car best, do a lube, oil, and filter in 29 minutes, or the next one's free. And you can take that to the winner's circle. Goodwrench Service Plus.
Carbon monoxide isn't the only thing coming from your tailpipe, because with every stroke of your engine, motor oil is being vaporized into exhaust, leaving less and less protection. That's why there's Castrol GTX 10W30. Of every leading 10W30, Castrol provides the most protection against volatility burn-off. So use Castrol, or watch more protection go up in smoke. Castrol GTX, engineered for greater protection against breakdown.
Castrol GTX. Ask for it by name at your favorite outlet.
We're back at Delaware Speedway with the final laps of the Mopar 200.
The Sebring pace car on pit road. There's the green flag once again from Matt Lake, and once again it is Paul Mathers in that white number 10 Ford Thunderbird who grabs the lead. Oh, problems here with Neil Fair in the Midas Monte Carlo. He has slowed. Fair has got problems as he's cruising on the back straightaway. That'll move 0-3. Speedy Jack Monahan up in a second, and right on his bumper is Dan Shurtleff in that black number 3 Goodrich Monte Carlo. Mathers back into turn 1, continuing to stretch it out here. The battle for second will be between the 0-3 and the 3 as Shurtleff gets a little bit wide there going off of turn 2. And here is Fair 55. He will loop the car around. And Craig, I think he may have a tire going down.
Well, he could have cut a tire too, Pat. It's been happening all day. And with that 7th caution flag here today, there are the standings, and Paul Mathers continues to lead as he's done most of the day.
There's the rest of the rundown. Neil Fair still being shown in 7th. Bill Daniels, Dupuy, Kennington, Ross, and Nagy as part of the great crowd here at Delaware looking on, and there is Neil Fair. He has brought the Midas Monte Carlo onto pit road, and it looks like they'll go to the right front of the car, and they'll make some repairs. So whatever the problem is that has forced Neil Fair out of here, the crew working to try to get him back out here and stay on the lead lap as the field continues to roll here on the speedway under the yellow caution flag. There's your race leader, number 10, Paul Mathers. Beside him, Sean Dupuy, who continues to run a lap down. Dupuy has been trying to get that lap back all afternoon. As Matt Lake shows him the white flag, that means the next time around they'll get the green.
And there's that great-looking Sebring convertible pace car, and I think that we've got the full head office from Chrysler Windsor here today, from Rick Williams to Lou Langlois to Roy Westlake and Doug Morgan are all on hand for this Mopar 200.
And they've seen a great race here this afternoon at Delaware Speedway. Paul Mathers, your leader. Here's the battle for second between the 0-3. Oh, Jack Monahan hits the wall coming off of turn number 2, and that'll put Dan Shurtleff in the 3 Goodrich Monte Carlo up into that second place position. Here's the Mopar replay as Monahan runs wide, tags the wall, and a great shot of that action from our Sony Handycam on the wall on the back straightaway. The leader, number 10, Paul Mathers, closing on the 7 of Sean Dupuy. Remember, Dupuy now has moved on to the lead lap and is running just ahead of the race.